Well, hiya. I decided to do the video blog, and the video blog is actually in Moscow's vodka museum, which we'll give you a tour around. We're going to give you a tour around later. But right, so living in Moscow. I landed here on the 27th of September. 27th of September 2010. Came over with a girl. It lasted 3 months. Split up. Was homeless. No money. No job. Luckily I had a couple of mates, and I was able to, sleep on the floor for a little while. But got myself another job in finance. Tried working that for 6 months. Didn't really work very well. Didn't earn much money, and just struggle. And then it hit me. Why don't I teach English? I'm English. So I've been teaching English. Actually, you can earn some good money, and you can actually have. It's quite good teaching English in Moscow. It's actually quite good. Been here doing that now for nearly 3 years, including the first 6 months. Then teaching English is okay, but the English schools you work for are a different ballgame. They're the most disorganised companies I've ever worked for. The first one was British Academic Centre, which, it sounds good, it looked good, but I worked for them for a year, and it all went wrong after a year. And so I left them, and I went to work for another company, or I did come to work for another company. And this company was called General Linguistics. Seemed like a good company, promised me everything. Visa, 3-year working visa they promised me. So okay, I said, yeah, okay, I'll come work for you. So I was working for them and doing some private work. When it all adds up, it actually works out quite well. My private students and my students from the school are fantastic people, and really liked them, and I'm going to miss them. But they were really good people. And so, why am I leaving Moscow? Well, don't really have much choice. The company I work for, General Linguistics, first they promised me a 3-year working visa. As time went on, the visa turned into a 1-year working visa. Then later on they said they can't get a 1-year working visa, and they said they were going to get me a 1-year business visa. Then they said they were going to get me, a little bit later, they said they were going to get me a 3-month business visa, and then they were going to change it to a working visa. So okay, that seems to be the normal way things happen here. So I went along with that, and the time come to get the new visa. So they paid for the plane ticket. They organised everything. I got on a plane, went to Vilnius, gets there, goes to the embassy, and they've not arranged anything. Absolutely nothing. So I spent the next day or so organising insurance, organising all sorts of things which the embassy wanted me to have. So I did all that, got in touch with the company. No answer from emails, no answer from telephone calls, or nothing. So I ended up paying for everything. Then I had to wait 7 days, so I missed my flight. So I had to ring up the company, get in touch with them. They got in touch with me 3 days later, 2 days later, something like that, and they organised me another flight. So then I went back to get the visa, got the visa, And lo and behold, it's only a 3-week visa. So much for a 3-month business visa, it's a 3-week tourist visa. So, because I spent a week in Vilnius, the week of that visa has already gone. So, when I come back, I've only got 18 days left. Not long enough for anyone to get me a visa. So, it's time to leave. I can't stay here without a visa. So, therefore, it's time to leave. So, I've decided it's Cambodia. So, off to Cambodia. But first, what we're going to do, a very good friend here, Anna, is going to show us around the Vodka Museum. This is what's his name?
He is Michael.
They call this bear Michael.
He's my old friend.
Yeah, and this is some sort of
Samagon,
strong
this is called.
white liquid, Samagon. That's what she said. Right, so right now we're going to go for a walk round the museum. Is it a museum?
Yes, it's a museum.
We're gonna look around,
museum.
and she's going to give us a guide. She used to work here, so she knows all about this vodka. So let's go.
Okay, first thing you should do, visiting the museum, drink half a glass of 70% Samagon to feel normally, to understand the information. It's a joke. Let's go. Michael, old friend. You see his jewelry? You can show it closer. It's made of real money, 5 kopek coins from 1992. People used to use it in the metro, to pass the metro.
These are all bottles of vodka everywhere. Look at this lot. Look at this. Vodka.
It's your dream, Jimmy.
Vodka.
Dream
More
of old
vodka.
alcoholic.
More vodka. More vodka.
This is the stand in the middle of the museum. It shows the variety of the producers of vodka in Russia. In every little village and every little town, they can make their own label of vodka, their own kind of vodka, and produce it. There is no law limitations for the vodka in Russia, for vodka producing. Almost everybody can get license.
That's all vodka. All different sorts of vodka.
It's a big competition between the producers. So they try to
and there's no smell.
to try to bring the attention of the customers by different ways, especially by the packing. You see this dragon. Or I can show you there was Stalin, but he is gone.
Well, you've just had a quick look around the vodka museum, and there is a lot of it.
I'll show you the submarine. Come on.
Oh, I've been told there's a submarine. Let's go and have a look at the submarine. Don't tell me it's a bottle of vodka in the shape of a submarine.
Look at this. It's
Oh
a
my
special
God,
bottle.
it is. It's a bottle of vodka in a submarine.
Made in the shape of submarine.
There you go.
You can fill it from the other side as well.
There's a lot of vodka.
There is. Here is a special suitcase in which
Look at this, look, you can get a suitcase of vodka.
the workers of the factories used to steal it in such cases from the factories in 1960s. Because when it is closed, it seems like a normal suitcase for tools.
And this is how they steal the vodka?
There were no X-ray, nothing like this. And the only aim of this suitcase, the main quality, should be that the bottles shouldn't tinkle inside, the security not to hear. So they carried it breathless, not to tinkle the bottles.
So that's how you smuggle your vodka out of your factory. There's a guy back here, we've got to record him. I don't know who this guy is. He doesn't look very happy.
This guy is an inventor of the spirit drinks. This is an alchemist of the 15th century. The alchemist, by the way, from Egypt, from Alexandria. The monk, yes. And he tried, as many of his colleagues around Europe, he tried to invent the life elixir. And instead of, he invented the 70% alcohol spirit.
So 70% alcohol?
70%.
Was it a mistake?
No, it's not a mistake. It can be made from the grain.
I know, but he didn't mean to make it. He didn't mean to make it.
He didn't mean to make it, yes. He tried to produce the life elixir. He made chemical experiences to make the alchemist liquid for the eternal life.
So he was trying to make a liquid to give you eternal life,
yes.
And made vodka instead.
It was not vodka, it was 70% spirit. It was
70% vodka instead of...
Almost, it was undrinkable. It was called aqua de vita, firstly, because people in the medievals, in the medieval times, yes, they used to put it on the wounds for disinfection. Yes, they didn't drink it, but in after 100 years, the merchants from Genoa, they brought this aqua de vita to Russia, and Russian people, for first 100 years, Russian people didn't like this drink because they had to drink it with foreign guests, and they didn't know that for drinking aqua de vita should be poured with water, not to be so strong. And Russians drank it like purely, like 70%. They hated it.
Right, so I think that is now the vodka factory. Let's get back to the chair. Back to see, what's the bear's name?
Sorry?
What's the bear's name?
The bear's name of what?
What is the bear's name? You gave the bear a name. What's his name? Michael. Let's go back and sit with Michael for a bit. Go through all this vodka.
You want to describe the cultural shock?
And there's Michael again.
I can tell you the story about this one. The special object. Here, we used to put vodka that left, you know, like technical, like cheap vodka, like vodka left from the degustations or something like that. There are many, many kinds of different drinks put together here. And once there was a big celebration in the restaurant, and there were the graduates from school. It was the last day of school for the kids. And they came here to guys and said, can we drink it? They're about 15 or 16 years old. And we said, oh, we don't recommend you to do this. And they drank it. You should see his face after this, because it's a terrible mixture. Even a drunken schooler couldn't drink it.
The next blog will be from an aeroplane, and I'll be jumping out of it. The Russian skydiving team is, well, chucking me out of a plane Saturday morning. So look out for the next blog. Goodbye from the vodka factory. No, vodka museum, I should say.